Internet, are you ready to get poppin'? Trunks, that is. Today on Bread to Loaf, we're going to be working on this beautiful 1988 Buick Electra, and we're going to be fixing one of the common issues that a lot of people have, and that is their electronic trunk not popping when activated. I believe I've ascertained what is wrong with my particular vehicle, but to help you guys out, I'm going to go through a few common areas that you can look into to see what the actual issue is. So to give you an idea of what the actual issue is on my vehicle, so my vehicle has a aftermarket keyless entry system, and it's operated with this little key fob right here, and I have a trunk release button right here. So this just shows you what the screen looks like, and then when you hold down the trunk release button, you hear that little beep right there? That means the trunk is supposed to be popping right after that beep, and obviously I'm standing right in front of the trunk and it is not popping at all. Now you might ask, well, what about the trunk button inside the vehicle that came with the car factory? Well, let me show you that too. Inside the vehicle, my trunk release button is located behind the glove box door. Right here, this yellow button. To activate that button, the car has to be in the run position, so we're going to go ahead and put the key in. Okay. And now it should activate when I press this button. And we get absolutely nothing. Basically, all this button is doing is connecting the trunk solenoid in the back to ground and allowing it to pop. And that's not obviously happening. I just popped it out and looked at it, and it looks perfectly fine. So we know that's not the issue. If you find your fuse is good, the next good place to check would be your relay center. Mine happens to be behind this glove box. You take all the contents out and you flip it down, and then it'll be located right in the back over here behind the glove box. Now on this vehicle, there is no relay to the trunk release. It's all just through switches and other components. Now my aftermarket keyless entry system does have a relay for the trunk, and it is located down underneath the dash. I already checked it using the key fob, and it does click on and off, so we know that's good. So we checked up at the front to make sure everything is rock solid up there. So now let's go to the back where the trunk is, and let's pop that open. So one other thing I'd like to mention before you go ripping apart anything in the trunk area or in the relay area is it's possible that you may have a valet trunk disconnect somewhere located on your vehicle. Usually it's in the back in the trunk area. Sometimes it'll be like down here or on the side or maybe even up where the latch is. But there's a little switch that disables the trunk popping, so when you give it to a valet at, say, like a hotel, they can't get into your trunk. Sometimes that gets jiggled loose or put into the on position, so just look out for that if you have a newer vehicle. So with everything else checked, I think our culprit might be this trunk release solenoid up here. This is bolted to the top, or excuse me, the bottom of the trunk lid, and this is what actually releases the latch that is holding the trunk in the down position. I did in fact test this wire with a multimeter. This is the positive 12 volt wire that goes to this barrel solenoid right here, and the solenoid pulls in and it pulls this latch out of the way and allows the trunk to fly up. I did test this with a multimeter, 12 volts. I activated the trunk release with my key fob, and there was a momentary 12 volt signal right here. So all this leads me to believe that this solenoid is indeed bad. Now, through the magic of eBay, I was able to find a new old stock trunk release solenoid, and for those of you who are working on a similar vehicle, this is like a 83 through 97 Buick, Cadillac, GM trunk release part. Here's the original box it came in, and it is part number 204-21277. So up on the screen, and then if you're having the same issue and this is your problem, hopefully you can find one. So here's what the solenoid looks like off the car. You have this metal barrel with the plunger in it, and then you have your 12 volt connection, the lead wire going right there, and then that all connects up to the trunk latch right here. And when you go to release your trunk, you press the button momentarily in, it puts a 12 volt signal to the solenoid, and it pulls it in like that. And that releases your trunk. So the part is held on by these two through locations right here, and in my particular application, these are 10 millimeter. And additionally, we have 2 more screws, and these are both 8mm. Okay, latch is off. We have it removed, and this is what it looks like. Here's the old part. Now we just have to get this wire connector off, and it's held in by a tab that you must depress through this hole right there. Actually, scratch that. The best way is to actually depress this metal spring right here, located on the inside. Press that down and it slides right out. As always, when replacing parts on your vehicle, always check to make sure the new one matches the old one exactly, or at least where all the functional parts are. So looking at this, everything looks exactly the same. So we're gonna go ahead and replace it. Installation is basically the opposite of removal. One thing you wanna make sure you do though, is when replacing this and putting this latch back up, there's this metal spike right here that connects to the outside of the trunk to where your key goes, and that allows you to open the trunk with the key, and it must go through this little slot right there. So make sure when you put it on, you get it like that. What's up? Bread to loaf here. It has actually been approximately 2 months since I last spoke to you in the previous video. Let me start off by saying I have now fixed the problem. I figured out what it was, and I'm going to walk you through what I just did. I did not film it, but I will walk you through what I did and kind of what I think it was. So it turned out to be a wiring fault or connection issue somewhere between the switch, which is located right here. This is my rear release switch on the Buick Electra. Ties in with the fuel access switch. Anyway, before, obviously, as you saw, the switch, when you pressed it, it did not do anything like now. The ignition isn't on. So I went through a lot of probing with the multimeter, and I eventually determined that there was a fault or broken connection, whatever you want to call it, short between this switch and back to the 12-volt solenoid that actually pops the trunk open. So I tested the switch. It was good. Through a continuity test, it clicked on and off, and I tested the solenoid back at the trunk lid, and that popped when you gave it 12 volts. So I knew there was bad connection between this switch and that solenoid. So what I did was I ran my own black wire, and I soldered it in behind the switch, 12-volt side, and then there's a signal side, and I wired it onto the signal side, and I ran it across down this pillar, this frame piece, and I ran it along these plastic trim pieces underneath this, past the pillar, down this way, and then in through the seat. And in my vehicle, the seat actually lifts up, and I went, you can see the black wire right there. I went in through a diffuser vent right behind the seat. Here we are at the rear of the vehicle, and there's a diffuser vent right back there, past that brush, past that black trim piece. And then I snuck the wire up, see it right there, and then I actually tapped into this loom right here. So the black grounding wire, it's in there. I ran that black wire and I tapped into there because I knew there was continuity between here and up there at the solenoid. So I just connected this wire to this end, connected the wire up there to the switch, clicked it, and we have a working 12-volt release now. So this piece just goes up through here, and then up to the release solenoid through this cable right there. All it needs is a momentary 12-volt pulse, and it retracts this piston, releasing the latch. So to give you a demonstration that it does work, we have to turn the ignition to the run position, and then there we go. We now have a momentary 12-volt signal getting to the solenoid. So I have no idea why it failed. It just quit working one day, and that was it. So there must have been a short or some sort of wire severing between this switch and the solenoid, but now it's fixed. Mystery solved. If you like little instructional videos like this on cars and other mechanical things, please do subscribe, like, comment about if you've had the same issue or what you did to fix your trunk, etc. It might help other people out. Whatever you can do, that's awesome. This is Bread to Loaf, signing off.